Hi friends, it's Thursday, September 4th, 2014. Lynn and Jamie back in the D.C. area continuing our assignment. The instructions for today's session are to work with the obvious symptoms. The obvious symptoms are feelings of deep grief and also of an interesting shortness of breath that we're both experiencing, and that is not something that's common for us. We're runners. We have good cardiovascular capacity. Shortness of breath isn't something that's typical for us. So our intentions are to heal the root causes of the shortness of breath and the sensations of grief and whatever those symptoms represent in such a way as to align the universe with its soul plan and trigger the awakening whose time has come. And now we begin. I see those Polynesian outrigger canoes again. I'm looking out the eyes, or being shown the view out the eyes of whoever's in front, standing at the very front, looking for where we're going, the person who's directing it and pointing, finding a spot. Looks like a sea, like
a huge sea.
Yeah, a huge sea. There's a tiny little spot, like just a thought almost, over there that we're headed for. We're headed for that.
I see that.
Yeah. And all the rest of us who are in these outriggers, we're just rowing,
Feels good to row.
Feels good to row. We're rowing to wherever he says we're going. He's the one who's standing up. He's the one who has the view, right? We aren't standing up.
No.
From here it just looks like water.
Yeah, just water all around.
Water all around. And if we stand up, we shake the boat. And we're not rowing.
Right.
And we aren't doing what we're supposed to do. We don't need to stand.
We're supposed to row.
We're supposed to row.
Oh, I feel like
oars.
Like big oars.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
the
also
big oars.
facing forward.
Yeah. So same.
Yeah.
Big oars, but facing forward. So this is strange. So we have to do it different.
Yeah, different kind of row.
Different kind of rowing than we're used to rowing. It feels backwards.
Yeah.
But it does feel like the big oars.
Yeah, the big oars and all in the row.
But facing forward. Okay. It's starting to feel very peaceful. Just us and the ocean.
Just quiet.
Quiet. I hear the splashing.
Splash, yeah, the oar sounds.
Yeah, clinking of oars and splashing. And breath of others who are also rowing.
And everyone on the boat feels peaceful.
Yeah. The sadness is coming up now.
Yeah. Big sad.
Huge sadness. We just let it kind of pass through us. I think this ocean is just the universe. And we're on this ship of the soul. And we're moving through the universe. We're going someplace else. We are. We see how when a biosphere is broken up into component parts, different groups go different places, right?
Right.
We're going there, where the leader is pointing. That place, right?
Yeah. That place feels good.
Feels good. And the people we're with, it feels good to be with them.
It feels really great to be with them.
Feels great to be with them. And it is sad to be leaving everybody else, but they're going where they're supposed to be going. Another boat will come for them, right?
Right.
Another boat will come for them. And we're eternal beings on an eternal growth path. And maybe one day we'll see them again. How may we be of service? It's like bailing.
Yeah.
Bailing the grief out of the boat.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah. Bailing the grief out of the boat. Okay, we can bail. But where do we put it? Surely we don't just dump it into the universe. Surely we send it to recycling, right?
Right.
For draining away. I'm just scooping this and I have to put it over my left shoulder into the sink. I don't know exactly why, but that's the instruction. A lot of sadness here. I can't quite tell whose sadness it is.
Feels like the people in the boat.
People in the boat. Yeah.
But there's more. There's more than just the people in the boat.
So let's focus. Who are these people?
A lot of them seem like higher dimension beings.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone like us.
I don't see anyone like us.
I also don't see any angels.
I don't see it. I see Luce.
I see Luce. I forget sometimes that he's an angel because his attitude is so good.
And Azara.
Oh, I thought Azara was in that boat over there.
Well, she's in some of the boats that are going here.
Yeah, we're all going in the same...
Yeah.
Not all, but there are some boats going in the same direction as ours. And she's there. There seem to be several groups of boats going in different directions. I see them.
Yes, I see them heading off.
But there are 3, maybe 4 boats, all heading for the same place we're heading.
We're just scraping up this grief. Now I've got like a sponge to wipe up the grief that's inside the boat.
Yeah.
People are picking up their feet so that I can wipe the floor.
Under the bench.
Under the benches. If I can just get this grief out, it will be helpful. Is a new grief being created?
That could be. Not the same level, not as much as before, but it's like dripping.
It's dripping from somewhere. Let's empty this bucket. Dripping up the rest. We have to find where it's coming from.
Yeah, the dripping.
Where is this grief coming from? Let's sit quietly and listen for it. That's what they say. Listen for it. So it feels to me like there's a hole in the air, like the fabric of the universe has sprung a leak, and grief is dripping from some other dimension, perhaps, through the fabric into the boat.
That's what it feels like.
Maybe we have moved into a new dimension. Maybe this boat has moved into a new dimension, right?
Right.
And there's a lot of grief on the other side of the fabric of the universe. I don't have the right word for it. There's a lot of grief on the other side of the portal between dimensions.
Yeah.
And grief is leaking from one dimension into the other. That feels true. Check me on it. And then tuning into what's going on the other side of that fabric.
Yeah.
There's a lot of grief,
a lot of sadness,
and wailing,
huge
and
sadness,
horrible feelings, regret and wailing, and no.
Yeah.
It's the suffering.
And it's coming in.
It's leaking in. So I ask some of these wise beings who are around us, and they say, well, looking back, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Only look forward. Where are we headed? Well, obviously nothing to do with Earth.
No.
Someplace far away. It's a different, totally different place.
That blue light planet.
Place where the air is like blue-green and light.
Yeah.
It's sad when we leave one set of friends and move to another set. But these are just friends that we haven't met yet, right? On this future planet, this planet that we're headed to. So we can start to become familiar with them now, right? Just kind of move through time and space and start to be there, start to become familiar with it. start
That
to
helps.
learn the lay of the land. That's right, it does help. It's like moving to a new place.
Yeah.
The first couple of weeks are tough. And then after a while we start to know where things are, and it feels more comfortable, and then there are familiar faces, and that feels good, right?
Right.
Yeah. So let's just start to walk around and introduce ourselves. Hi, we're new here. We'd like to help. How can we help? Oh, it's the vortex needs tending.
Yeah.
The vortex
Big
needs tending.
vortex.
We can do that.
Yeah.
That's something that we both know how to do and also need practice with.
That's
and so we
true.
can tend it here and also at the epicenter of the awakening, which is our assignment.
Yeah.
To tend a vortex wherever we are and at the epicenter of the awakening at the same time. So this actually makes it feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
Tending a vortex that is both familiar and unfamiliar at the same time because of the nesting phenomenon.
Yeah.
Opening up the oneness chakra here, like helping align the energy of this place. That's how we can do it. We can just start to merge in, start to feel a oneness with this place,
Yeah.
and start to tend the energy of it. So we can pulse the vortex and we can start to groom the energy body up. Getting stronger, taller, not stronger, getting taller, stretching deeper into source below, higher into source above, merging with this new biosphere. How may we be of service in this new place? How may we be of service? This squishy sponginess seems to be less than desirable.
Yeah.
It's over the top spongy, so we just can squeegee it up. Just stretching tall, and squeegee it up, right? It's almost like the energy bodies are too schlumpy.
Yeah.
And therefore this watery substance accumulates. This is helping us look it feels better, helping me look forward. Coming to know this new place, tending it. This too is a house of God. This whole planet is a house of God, and we have come here to tend it. Caretaking. Stewards for Source. So wherever we go, we can be stewards for Source. We can just clean up the energy. We can just pulse the energy. We can just get a good long pillar. And starting to feel better.
Yeah.
Less grief. We're grateful to be of service. It just feels like all that's happening is increased propulsion forward. Increased propulsion forward. Moving forward, moving forward, moving forward.